Okay, let me get this set up. Mm-hmm. Let me get this set up. Okay, okay, okay. All right. So okay. Why is my typing so slow? All right, all right. Everything is set up. What is that? Okay, yeah. Back with the morning stream here. I just played a game just to warm up a little bit. Got a nice 91.5% accuracy there. Let's get it. This was just a normal anti-Nimzo Indian defense. And he played this weird setup where he let me take the center completely. Oh, this wasn't good. They want me to come here, but I don't. This pin looked pretty strong. Oh, I have queen to c2. What am I even talking about? I have queen to c2. I didn't even see that. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, but I went pawn to a3, which is apparently not good. Yeah, and I cast, which is fine. He took, and I developed. Oh, they wanted me to go rook to e1, holding on to this pawn a little. That's fine. Yeah, he went queen to e5, attacking my c pawn. And the engine wants me to sacrifice both pawns. Can you imagine? They just want me to sacrifice both of the pawns there. Ah, typical engine stuff. Okay, but this one looks like he can capture it. Okay, just cleanly sacrifice. Of course. I didn't do that. I went queen to b6, attacking this pawn, defending this one, and also putting pressure on this pawn, which I incorrectly took. I took it because I had some pressure on his knight. Interesting. Wow. They want him to sacrifice it. Oh my god. My queen is trapped. Oh my days, bro. My queen is how? How is my queen trapped? Wait, what? Yo, there's I don't know, I'm not seeing the how is she trapped? Oh my days. Oh, my queen's getting trapped, guys. My queen's getting trapped. Wow. Okay. And they don't like this because it gave him rook to b8. But I had a feeling that this was good. Yeah, I went pawn to a4 because I saw knight to b6 was coming, and I didn't want this rook to be stuck defending this pawn. So I just pushed the pawn. Yeah, and I attacked his knight here. Yeah, so it's a little bit of danger there, but he's threatening this pawn, but this knight here is kind of misplaced. And I found this really nice move, knight to d4. Basically, his knight is pinned to his rook. And yeah, he took, which is simply a mistake, and the game went downhill from here. Oh, they wanted me to attack his rook. Yeah, there's no need for this. Just keep it simple. There's no need for this. Yeah, and he just resigned. Okay, let's get into the next one. Let's get straight into the next one. Okay, I get a game as black against Lockless. Nope. I guess a 2262 rated player from Australia. I will just get my queen to safety now and develop. And he goes knight to f3, just develop here. Pinning this knight is fine, but this is best. He wastes a move with pawn to e3, which is interesting. Does he want to come after my bishop? I don't particularly mind. Okay, now he goes bishop to d2. I'm going to develop my knight. His knight has no good What? G4 here is weird. I will step back. This is a weird move order. Okay, now he's coming after the bishop. Interesting. So why play G4? You could have just gone after the bishop here. Why waste the move? I'm going to go pawn to c6. Maybe the idea is to fianchetto your bishop on this diagonal. Ah, perhaps that's the idea. Okay, let me get my queen to safety. Well, not really to safety, more like so I can develop this bishop. Because if I move this bishop to here or to here, there's... Okay, what is he doing? Just hangs a pawn. That is just a hanging. Hold on. Okay, when there's a hanging pawn, look for activity. If I take this pawn, he goes rook to c1. I drop back, which is usually a bad sign. And he has here knight to b5. And I come out hitting the knight. The knight must leave. And that looks like a cleanly hanging pawn. Interesting. Wait, hold on. I take. He has pawn to g4, which is a second forcing move. He goes rook to c1. I have to come back. Pawn to g4. I come here. This pawn is pinned. He takes. I take. And the queen takes. Oh, and I can't take because this pawn is pinned and his rook would get in and start targeting these pieces. Okay, so I'm not going to take that pawn. I'm just going to develop. You see, that is how you like check for a poison pawn. One more thing. When there are forcing moves in like your position, you should often calculate them. Like a move like pawn to g4 would be a forcing move. Okay, he captures the bishop, which is fine. And he does this, which is also fine. I will go to the center. So now I have to keep an eye on this f7 pawn. Interesting. He goes knight to e4. He's playing very fast. I can come here and he can take, and I can take, and then he can give me this check and he's winning this pawn. And if I come back, he has pawn to c4. Have I made a mistake here? What's going on? How is this happening so fast? Okay, so it looks like I'm going to lose this bishop because c4 is a much more dangerous threat. Um, do I have to waste a move to play pawn to b4, stopping c4? I think I do actually, because c4 is really dangerous. That's annoying. I have to stop pawn to c4. Wow. Yep. What's going on here? What is this? Luckily, okay, he long castles. Ah, interesting. I don't know. I want to bring this knight here and here, which looks like a good plan. I should have just played this move instantly. This move didn't deserve 14 seconds. Luckily, I have a quick pawn to a4, a5, and pawn to a4 to launch what I might call an attack, but I don't feel too confident on the prospects of this attack, to be honest, because I don't have any bishop. Bishops are really good attacking pieces because they are long range, so they help to defend things from afar. But it could still get tricky though with these knights like this. I'm starting to like my position a little bit more. I think king to b1 is a bit this thing is a bit slow. This pawn is pinned, but the knight is defended adequately. So it seems like it's gonna be a that type of game where I just don't castle, to be honest. I might just slide my king to g8 or something. I could long castle, maybe like in the future where this pawn is in hanging. Rook to a7 also looks like a nice idea. I should also probably consider taking this bishop. Maybe I should have. He goes queen to g4, putting some pressure on this knight. Ideas could be to take. If you were to take, I would take like this. You know, I'm going to take this bishop now. I'm going to take this bishop now. And, because I get this f4 square. I should have taken that bishop earlier. And he also should have gone bishop back to c1, not to let me take that bishop. Okay. And now I can long castle. And I think that is the major problem. Hold on. I'm about to long castle into this. And it looks surprisingly safe too. Yeah, I don't know. Do I want? Hold on, I have this tricks, but it can sacrifice, and I just move, and then he comes back defending his rook. Okay, I'm starting to overthink this. Let's just castle. I'm overthinking this way too much. Let's just castle. Let us just castle. Hmm? Let us just castle. So unfortunately, he can do that. And I'm actually going to take this with my c pawn. Okay, he wants to play for this. Um, I could come here, targeting this rook. Will I go rook here or here? I want to somehow trade these queens off the board. Uh, wait, because he has this. I will take target this rook. Wait, did I just blunder checkmate? Wait, did I just blunder checkmate? I just blundered checkmate. I just actually hung checkmate. How do I do this to myself? I'm playing fine, and then I just go on stream and start doing this rubbish. For some odd reason, I didn't see Queen H8 checkmate. Okay, okay. And this was probably just a perfectly fine position. Okay, that game didn't happen. Hmm? That game did not happen. That didn't happen. That game did not happen. Who is this? Stefan Villian 07. Did I just beat this guy today? Wait, was this guy I played earlier? He was. Oh, this is the guy I just beat this morning. Oh wow. This was the guy I played before I started the stream. I'm gonna go knight f3. This was the guy I played before I started the stream. Interesting. Mm, this was the guy I played before I started the stream. Yeah, I'm gonna maintain my center here. Yeah, I'm gonna go pawn to h3 to stop this bishop from coming here to activate and pin my knights. Damn, I used to be 2400. Now I'm hanging checkmate. Oh my days, the tilt is real. He goes pawn to a6. There's no pawn to b5 here, so I'll just develop. And now he goes pawn to e6. Probably wants to take and go for pawn to b5. Wait, hold on a second. If he takes, I have to take like this. Hmm. I'm gonna go here. Because if he takes, I will take like this. I don't want to take with my c pawn because if I take with my c pawn, then this pawn will be weak. And then there's b5 stuff. Mhm. Okay, now he goes knight to d7. I'm not worried about knight c5 because this pawn would hang. Mhm. Let's just get my king out of the center. Okay, now he goes rook to e8. So now he can take this with his rook. Okay, now if I come, I'm gonna come here and target this pawn. Now, if he comes here, I would take. He still has to take with the pawn. Interesting. Why would you do this? There could be some e4 here, but it's nothing. Now you have to face this questionable pawn, that weak pawn you have there. Probably gonna go pawn to b6 defending that. He does. I will just activate my rook. Okay, he goes pawn to e4. I'm gonna go here. Perhaps I should have gone here, stopping pawn c4, but that is fine. Now he goes queen to d6. Hmm, interesting. I'll go queen to d2 here to come here and poke at the queen. Why not? I kind of dislike my position here because this pawn is a very strong pawn, and I, s- kind of underestimated this pawn here because it's going to be hard for me to remove this pawn from the position. And he goes back now, so basically when I want to attack him, he'll come here. I'll still do this because anything he wants to block with will lead to the loss of this pawn. So I get to do this with hold on. If he comes here and I take, he takes, I take, he takes, I take, he takes, I take, and my knight escapes. Okay, this works. So he has to move his queen somewhere there. Okay, does he move it here? Or here too? That's an option. Queen to e7 looks... Oh, this is not correct. I take, he takes, I take, he takes, I take, he takes, I take, and I escape. This is wrong. Does he come? Yep. And worst of all, my rook is now activated on this open file. My bishop is coming to f3, where it will put some pressure on this rook. And my knight is going to come back. Okay, he does that. I don't like that. Because now I have bishop to f3, defending this knight with ideas of pawn to d6 and a discovery of your rook. And even worse, if he goes bishop to b6... What? What is that? And I have this. This is also fine. I have this hitting your bishop. And if I take... I will come here. Because if I take this with d6, I have some extra threats. Oh, he wants to come here. Okay, fair, fair. Hmm. And now if he takes... Okay, that was the idea. That's nice. Hmm. Actually, that's really nice. I have to go back now. That's really nice. That's really nice. I will go pawn to f4, kicking your knight away. Now I can trade and bring your king up, or I can come here. I want to come here, attack this pawn. I'm not too eager to trade because it helps you activate. It helps him activate his pieces here. And he probably has to go here. I will bring my king. Because either way, he's getting his rook here. And I don't want this rook to be undefended. But I have a feeling that I messed this up somewhere. I have a feeling that I messed this up because this position is not the same. I messed up somewhere. This was fine. I should have gone pawn to f6. Pawn to f6 is the move that I ought to have played here. Hit the rook and maybe come in for something. I should have gone pawn to d6. I mean, why do I always get these letters mixed up? It's having bad connection. Unfortunate. Baby, baby, I just wanna dance. I just wanna dance. Baby, baby, I just wanna dance. Oh my, it disconnects. Unfortunate. Okay, let's get into another game. While this one is being reviewed. Okay, I get a game against someone called someone that's 2338 from Spain. Okay, I'm gonna go for the anti-Nimzo Indian defense. He goes knight to c6. I can't go for d4 right now because of some issues. Wait, what? I can't go for pawn to d4 because if you come here, I come here. I will go for pawn to d5 actually. Is the idea of this check? Well, that would be nice. And then when I block, you take and double my pawns. But that is in fact not the idea. Wow. Okay. I will defend this pawn then. I'm surprised that, yeah, he just gave me the full center now, which is fine. Okay, he's coming this way. I'm actually going to go pawn to h3 here. The reason being is in most lines, they will come here and take. And then he'll get this knight to e5 square, which I don't want him to get. Okay, now that I want to give this check and trade off this bishop. Actually, I will do that because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on a light square. So I will come and trade off this bishop because this is my bad bishop actually. So I would like to trade it off. Okay, he castles. Where do I want this bishop? It can come here. Um, let's just develop. Let's just develop. It's always good to get all your pieces out into the game. And he goes pawn to b5, which is interesting. Perhaps, well, he wants to play pawn to b4 to make this knight undefended, to make this pawn weak. I can come here. If he comes here, where's my knight going? I can reroute like this. I'll go for that. So now I go queen to d3, defending this pawn and attacking this one. Oh, 54% accuracy. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. Okay, I'll go back here now. Now this pawn is slightly weak now, a little bit overextended. And this pawn to a5. We'll have to go pawn to a5 or bring a rook to b8 to defend that pawn. Or not. He goes rook to e8. Idea is to put pressure on this pawn. If I come here, he goes back, and I come here defending the pawn. But then he gets knight to e5, which I don't like. I can come here. Wait, yeah, defending. Wait, what if I come here? He goes back. That doesn't defend. Doesn't defend at all. What if I come here? No, here instead. Attacking this one. He comes here. Hmm. I come here, he goes here. Or I come here, he goes here. Then what? Oh, this is annoying. When I go here to take this knight. But this is my good bishop. I don't want to give this bishop up for that knight. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And he gets knight e5. Yeah, that might just be what I have to do, to be honest. That might just be... No! No, I could have gone here. But it's the same thing. It's the same thing. He gets 95 attacking my queen. And I have queen to b3 with pawn to f4. Kicking out the queen. Kicking out the knights. Okay. Just one down. Oh, could have come there. Interesting. Alright, that's enough of that. He goes pawn to c5, which I do not believe is good because I can just en passant. So the idea is that if I take, he hits this pawn. I mean, this pawn is still actually undefended. Hold on. So I think it's high time I play pawn to f3 to defend that pawn. This does give me some dark square weaknesses, but I'm a little bit fine with that. Now this knight can move. He does this. Interesting. I'm actually going to come here. But if I come here, do you have here? It appears that you do. Why don't I take, then come here? Yeah, I like that. So now I've gotten this rook into the game with Tempe. Okay, he comes here. This puts some pressure on this pawn. I'm actually going to come here, target this knight. Wait, now he can come here actually. If I come here and he comes here, no, I have here. So I'm going to come here, put some pressure on this knight. What? What is this? Oh, okay, that's the idea. And I can't block. So I'll come back. Yeah, I sort of like this because I get this very strong outpost knight. Oh, I have three viewers. Oh, that's nice. Hello and welcome everyone. However, I have very serious dark square weaknesses. Very, very serious dark square weaknesses. Wow. Okay, now I want to really trade off this queen, but I have to be careful how I do it. I'm gonna go queen to c4. He can't go bishop to d6 right now, so I want to play queen to c7 in a perfect world to trade off this queen, because these weaknesses are serious. He goes for this. Okay, I will now go for queen to c7 to trade this queen off the board. I will now go for queen to c7 here. Okay, he does not want to trade. Oh, I think I just got the trade. Knight to d6, forking the queen and the rook, and forcing him to give up his dark squared bishop. Unfortunately, he does get this. But it should be fine. It should be fine here. He walks into knight to d6, and now I don't have to worry about my dark square weaknesses anymore. Although I do have to worry about him getting in on e2. He attacks my rook. I can come here. He has here or here. I will go queen to c5. Either rook move will leave the other one weak. Okay, he goes for this one. I can come here, but then he can come. Oh no, he can't. So I can come here. He can't actually bring his other rook down because he will have back rank issues. Although, is this even best? Okay, he comes here, which is interesting. It's giving me ideas. I'm going to activate this rook, threaten checkmate here. Yeah. Okay, he defends against that. But this is still a check. He takes and I take, but I don't see anything here. Hmm. Can I try to double? I could. Um. Okay, I'm spending too much time here. I'm gonna try to trade the queens. Queen to c2. He rejects. Yeah, but this allows me to trade one pair of rook, maybe two. And I would actually like to remove one of these rooks because um his rooks are doubled and are very active. Yep, I would in fact like to trade. He has eyes here on this pawn, which is annoying. Which is very annoying. Okay, I want to come here, but there's here and here. Okay, I will go for this. Now I'm allowing him to play pawn to b3 here because I have queen to e4. Is this even making sense, what I'm doing here? It in fact is not. It in fact is not. But I'm just betting that these pawns will be weak. What am I doing? Oh my days, what am I doing, bro? This is crazy, man. Wait, I think he has to come back. Um, I'm gonna bring my king up. If he pushes, I have here. I have to push this pawn first before I come for this pawn. Okay, and I think this should be panning out to a draw. If he pushes, I have here, and I push mine. There's no check. Yeah, this should be a draw. But knowing this, um, he'll get this, which is actually quite annoying. This is oh, if he goes there, he'll blunder this with a check. Okay, so my king is sort of in prison, and it doesn't look like he's going to want to accept a draw here. Yep, it looks like he's going to try to flag me 100%. 100%. He's going to try to flag me. I will just try to trade down. Yep, he's going to try to flag me 100%. Why wouldn't he, actually, when I'm playing as slow as anything? What did I just lose? Here, take, here, 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 here. I just lost. I just actually lost. What the fuck? I just, oh my days, bro. I just actually lost. Wow. I just actually lost, bro. Now, this is the kind of stuff that causes me to tilt. This is a high key the kind of stuff that causes me to tilt. Like, what do you mean I just lost this? How do I? Oh my days, bro. I'm so bad at this game. How do I lose this? Like, how do I manage to lose this? Wow. I'm gonna go for a Sicilian here. I'm also up onto F3. I'm gonna go pawn to A6. I'm gonna go pawn c5. Okay, he goes queen c2, which is fine. Then now in long castles. Putting a lot of pressure here. Now I want to play b4, but I don't know why. I'm gonna go for pawn to b5. Just want to push this pawn. And he wants to come here and dislodge my knight so that he can put his knight here. Hmm. But I can just come here and attack his knight, and if his knight moves here, I can like come here. And his knight goes straight here. Interesting. Hmm. Now I can take like this, and I have no idea what I'm doing. Absolutely no idea what I'm doing. No, not a single idea. Yeah, we can just hang a pawn in one move. We can also do that. We can also just hang a pawn. That's fine. Okay, so much for playing Sicilian. Let's go back to my Scandinavian. Let us go back to my Scandinavian. I remember they're supposed to go bishop to g4 here to stop queen to f3, and now I can go bishop to f4 because there's no queen to f3. I'm gonna go pawn c6 now. Getting ready to develop. He attacks me, I'll go back. Perhaps the idea is to okay. I will go. Oh my god, what am I doing? I'm gonna come here. If he takes, I can just take with my queen. Perhaps I should have gone pawn to h6. Targeting this pawn. Oh, there's this. Oh, okay. I've already blundered. That's nice. That is about nice. Gives me this pawn and there's no discovery check though. So that's kind of nice, right? Yeah, I just take a check and this check I block. And he gets to target this pawn, which is unfortunate. Hmm, interesting. He's going for this one. I can just come here to defend, which I will. It's a multi-purpose move. I get my king out of the center. Mm-hmm. Elon castles. I'm dead lost, by the way. I need to get my queen safe. I'll come here, hit this pawn, get out of this. Mm-hmm. Dead lost. Wait, hold on. This defends this pawn. I can give this check, but that doesn't do anything. I'm actually gonna go here, block this rook, and get ready to bring this rook to defend this pawn. Okay, so I'm losing this pawn. I can't come here. And if it takes like this, I come here. The bishop is kind of pinned. And the position is not all that simple for white. Because I still have some threats of bishop to a3 check with rook to d8 when the king is forced to come here. So it's not that simple. What is that? What? You allow me to pin your queen to your rook. My queen is trapped, so let me not even get too ahead of myself. Wait, what? Can't I just sacrifice? And if you take, I still pin your queen to your rook? Oh my goodness, bro. I missed that. Mm-hmm. And I'm cooked. I'm just cooked. Wow, what's going on today? I don't even get it. I'm just like not informed lately. I don't know. What is this? Bishop to d7 is the move. Oh, this is just bad. Bishop to d7 is the move. Oh, I'm straight up just forgetting my theory. Oh, and I'm just lost. Wow. Oh, I'm just lost. Like from the opening, just lost. Okay. Okay, fair. Fair. Straight up from the opening, just lost. Okay, I got against a game against a 2300 from Poland. Just gonna develop. So the idea of this is basically like, why is my bishop on with what? Why would you play queen to e7? I mean, it is an idea here. Don't get it really wrong. I'm gonna bring my rook. In most lines, they do take and bring their knight to e4 to attack the bishop. Yeah, so I want my rook to take so that it doesn't double my pawns. Hmm. So he's threatening pawn to e4 to fork my knight and my bishop. And I think the best way to stop that is to go pawn to e4 myself, which I will do. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I'm going to go pawn to b4. Stopping that. Do I want to go here? Okay. Why not? I'm going to go queen to b3. Defend this pawn. So I went pawn to b4 because he wants to go knight to c5. Okay, he goes pawn to f4, trying to break this part of the board open. So I need to castle, straight up. I need to castle, and I really don't like my position here. Yeah, I need to strike back, straight up. I'm gonna go here. And basically, my idea is to take this knight and then take back. And if he goes pawn to g4, I will just reroute after I've taken this knight, then bring my rooks to help. Ugh. Okay, I'll come back. And I'm starting to notice that pawn to f3 here is really strong. Because if I go here, he's just gonna come down here, bring his king up, and bring his pieces. So I'm starting to think I have to go here to stop this. I could take his rook would come and play here. and I can, when his rook has to go back, I can't take and open up this side of the board, which is good. If I take and he takes with the pawn, it's still the same thing. Can I come here? Hold on. Maybe I should go for this because I don't like pawn to f3 because if I go pawn to f3, he has here. And then if I go here, my king is sort of trapped and there could be some sacrifices after he puts his queen like here. And then his queen would come in and be threatening all sorts of things. So I'm going to take. Yeah, this is wrong because I have pawn to if b5. And I believe now I take. Yeah, and I think now I have pawn to b6, right? Yes. I have pawn to b6 with rook to c7 ideas. And I think I should be breaking through on the queen side because I have a lot of pressure with knight to c4 on these pawns. What happened? Okay, he goes queen to h4 here, which kind of scares me a little because I'm seeing some g6 ideas. But I take, and if he takes, I take a check, and I take, and if he goes pawn to f3, I take, and if he takes, I take with my rook, and there is bishop to h3, which will hang his bishop in one move. So I'm not too bothered. If I'm not too bothered, then what do I want to do? This rook hasn't really done much. I could bring him here. I also could go pawn to g3 attacking his queen. He could take, and I could take. If I went pawn to g3, he takes, I takes, he takes, I take, check, and he takes here. Okay, so pawn to g3 is out of the question. Although this pawn now is sort of hanging. I can't come here, hold on. I will actually come here and target this pawn. And he lifts his rook up to defend the pawn. And now I see the idea. He wants to come here with mate. So what if I come here to take? And he takes. Oh, that is annoying. Wait. Wait. If I come here and he takes, and I come here, and he takes, and I take. Wait. He has this check. But that doesn't work because his rook is not hanging. If I come here, he takes. I don't have to take it back. I can come here. If he takes, I have this check. Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Why can't I take? If I take, he takes, I take, I hit his queen. If I take, he comes here, I take, defended. And then he takes, and then I come here, pin his rook to his queen. If I take, he takes, it's the same thing. If I take, he takes, I take, it's the same thing. He takes. Okay, I in fact did not calculate that. And if I come here, he just takes. Get tired of this shit. It's the one stuff that I don't calculate that be happening. If I come here, he comes here. I pin. If I come here, he checks. So once I come here, if he takes, I have this check. And also here, if I come here, he takes with the pawn, and now I have here. If I come here, he takes with the rook. I have this check, and I have take. Okay, now there's no queen check, and also no check here. There's no push. This doesn't work because I pin. I'm expecting him to move out of the way. He comes here. I can't block it. He gives me this check. I come here. I don't have here. Can I take? He gives me this check. I come here and he takes. So that is what this is about. I can come here, but then there's bishop here. Hmm. I can come here defending this pawn. So now when he gives me this check, there's no take. Man, if I'm blundering something, I won't. This won't even be funny. I probably am. Just see the nature of this position. I probably am blundering something here. Can't tell what it is though. Ooh. Well, I probably am. I haven't been playing well today. I haven't been playing well in a long time actually. He can't push this hangs. He can't push this either. Maybe he can come here or here. Both of which hang this pawn. Not sure what that does. I do have ideas of coming here to pin this rook to its king. Perhaps bishop to g4 would stop that. It in fact does stop that. Then I have here with ideas of this check to get in. So he comes here. If I take, he has here. No, he doesn't. Mhm. And now I'm coming back here with my knight. If he takes, I take back. He comes in here. Does he want to go for this check? Interesting. Maybe the idea is to come here and go down for this check. That's fine. I can come here, attack his queen. I actually like this. That was his idea, to come here and deliver this checkmate. I don't know, I'm just missing everything today. I'm missing every single thing today. How is my position already worse? What happened?
Nothing. We're just thinking of nothing. It's just things, they drama, politics, people coming to this and that. Normal annoyance in
Hmm.
general. So were you recording?
Yeah, I'm streaming. Don't worry, it doesn't matter. Okay, so he's playing this version where he long castles. Okay, he goes knight here. Probably idea is to take. If he comes here, I'm fine. I will bring this rook here. So if he takes, I can take with the rook. If he goes bishop here, I might be in a little bit of trouble. Because after knight here, where does my queen go? Okay, he doesn't do that. I will not hang this pawn. I actually will go for this. Hold on. I actually will take this knight. Because this knight is going to come to c4 and start harassing my queen. So let's just get rid of this for ourselves. I like my bishop here. He has some ideas to come here and attack my rook. If he takes here, I can take with my queen, and I should be fine. He goes pawn to h4. Probably is trying to come here and trap my bishop. I can't just take. His bishop can't take. I can take with check and come here. Hmm. And then there's no pawn to g4. Okay. And I have to take this with my e pawn. Oh, they just took the light. And of course, I wasn't charging my laptop. Why would I be? Huh? Why would I be? Which means I probably have to end this stream very soon. I will come back here. And now he goes pawn to f4. Oh, this is not what I like. I will go pawn to d4 to give my bishop a good square. On the d5 square, actually, where it can breathe. Thinking of long castling next. Sorry. Oh, oh my goodness. There's no rook to long castle. Okay, yeah, today is not my day. I don't know what is going on. Just forgetting that there was no rook for me to long castle to. Crazy. I will go king to d7 here. I don't want to short castle into all of this drama. Okay, he goes for this. Allows me this check, but I would say now go for this. He has ideas of this to win this pawn, which is nice. Hmm. Ah, goodness. And now he's targeting this pawn. I'm not just defending with this. Oh, you got the lights back. Thank God. Okay, now he wants to take and get in like this. Now I can come here, putting some pressure on this. But he can just push. Although that would keep this file closed though. Hmm. I could try to pressure here. Hmm. I don't want to come here because there could be these checks. Um, I'm gonna go here instead. Activate my rook. Just get my rook out of this file for my. Get my king out of the file for my rook. Allow certain ideas of bishop to takes a2 to be possible. In case he moves his rook from the defense of that. And I think now I should. He hangs this pawn, but is it hanging? Not yet. Not yet. I will go pawn to b5. Take up some space. He pushes this pawn. Okay, I will go here. Allow me to push pawn to a5 and take up some more space on the queen side. Okay, now he's pinning this pawn. Ideas is here. I have this check, which is nice. If he takes here, I take here. And he goes for it. Okay. He pushes this pawn, but this pawn now is weak. Oh, he wants to take this pawn because it's undefended. Okay, that is annoying. Mm, I can take. And there's ideas of check, but I don't mind. There's also ideas of this, which I do mind actually. But first, this one is weak. Let me come and attack this one. Okay, he gives me a check. Oh, I see. I have to come here to defend. And now the idea is to come here and to give me this check. Yeah, that's annoying. I can't come here. I also can come here. How do I do this? I also can't come here too. Should I come out here? That would give him access to here. Should I play here? Yes, with this check, I comes here, he comes here. I give him this check, he comes here, I give him this check. Sure, I'll go for it. Pawn to c4, c5. I'm gonna push this pawn and just hope that I have enough activity to lose this pawn. Because I am losing that pawn. Let's just hope I have enough activity to lose that pawn. But if I give him this check, he can't just come here. And now I know that that is unfortunate. Can I attack him like this? Oh, I think he just lost the game. I have this. Oh, he has this check. No, but I think he just lost. Wait, this doesn't work. Because I can't stop him from making a queen. Yo, who am I playing against? What? Wait. Who is this? Look at this. No, I'm just completely lost. What? Yo, I'm just completely lost here. Wait, there's no way. There's no way. Hold on, hold on. Wait, what? He spent 12 seconds on that move. He spent 15 seconds. There's no way that he calculated in 15 seconds that this check take wins because there's no way. There's no way. What? There's no way. And his blitz is like what, 2300. What type of blitz does he play? There's no way. There's no way. He plays 3+0 blitz. Yo, this is no. What? How do you calculate that? And it's real. It's like it's straight up real. I can't stop this pawn from queening. Wow. I mean, What? Check here. Take take like wow. This is ridiculous. I don't know. I could be wrong, but like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's fine. Fine. Fair, fair, fair. Do I even want to continue playing? I don't know. It looks like it's not fair play to me. I don't know. This doesn't look. Wow, this is not a chill stream. I don't know. I think this is sus. Okay, this is very bad. Let me lock it. Let me like lock in heavily right now. Okay, let me go for my Queen's Gambit. Let me lock in. And he declines. So I'm just gonna develop my knight. Develop my other knight. Okay, because I can't be losing like this. I'm gonna get this bishop out. It's important you don't block your bishop in. I don't know what is going on. I'm gonna take. He wants to take and play pawn to b4, which I don't mind, because that would open up my c file. And now I can attack this pawn because my c file is open. And now when this pawn comes here, I hit his c2 pawn with my bishop and my rook. And I'm rerouting like this. Okay, so now he comes pawn to c4. If I take, his knight can take, and that would not be fun. If he takes me, I can take back with my knight, with my pawn. And wait, if I take, his knight takes. He's putting pressure here. I'm gonna go here. If he takes, I take with my pawn, and his pieces aren't. It doesn't help him untangle as much as it would be for me to take. Okay. So now he brings his rook here. I'm gonna bring my knight because I have some knight to g6 ideas to win this bishop or either of the bishops. He comes here attacking my bishop. Let's just move out of the way. Because I gotta lock in. Okay, he comes here with his knight. Now I can take and his queen can take. I can also take like this and now his bishop takes. I actually will do this. I feel this is better for me. It opens up my d file and it's sort of it's better. I don't know. I feel like this is a little bit better. Now I can take. I can also come here, which I also like. I like this. I don't want to take and help bring his queen forward. Okay, I'm gonna bring my queen to b3 because obviously he wants to bring his rook to be on the same file as my queen. And his queen also supports this bishop. He comes here, which gives me bishop to b5. I will put my bishop on this square. Although this gives him knight to c7. I can't go here or here, so I'll go here. Hit this bishop. And now he has to trade. I'm actually going to just bring my rook so that if he doesn't take, I will take and his queen will be on the same file as my rook. Okay, he does allow that. Now I'll go pawn to wait. So his queen is on the same file as my rook, although he can just take, and that wouldn't be the case anymore. So maybe I can take, and I can play pawn to e4, which is a forcing move. His knight has to move. He can move here, which is a move. I don't have any tricks at the moment. So perhaps I should just bring another piece. Yeah, I will. Now he has pawn to e5. And I have pawn to f4 here with e5 with e4 myself. That is a blunder. Wait, if I take, now if I come here, his knight can't come here. If I take, he can take with his queen, hitting my knight, and I can come here. Wait, I think I have something, guys. I think I have something. He takes back with his bishop. Okay, I did not expect that. And I have pawn to e4, but he can take here. And I can take. Mm, but this hits my knight. Mm. Wait, if I come here and he takes, I have knight to c5, but that doesn't work because he comes here, hitting my undefended knight. So should I come here? Ah, that looks horrible. Hmm, I'll go pawn to e4, defend. Okay, he takes the knight. I can take here or I can take here. I think I'll take like this. Keep his knight pinned to his queen. Now he comes here hitting this pawn. Hmm. Okay, now I have no good knight movements. And if I come here, he just comes here. Huh? I have here though. Wow. I'll come here, threatening to take and win two pieces for the rook. Now if he comes here, I have pawn to g3. If he gives me this check, I have here, and if he comes here, I might be in trouble. Now he has here, I have pawn to h5, he has check, which will be problematic. Interesting. He grabs the pawn. I didn't expect him to. He's also threatening my f2 pawn. So I'll come here. Now this is not it. This is not it at all. And I think he's in a little bit of trouble because he can't go rook here because I'll sacrifice. If he moves that knight, there's bishop to d7. And this hangs and his queen hangs. And I think his queen is trapped. Nope, the queen is not trapped. Queen can move here, but the knight will fall. And I think he's realizing that. Okay, he goes for this. But I can take with my queen, no? And if he takes, I take. If I take, he takes. I take, he takes. Oh, wait, hold on. If I take, he takes. If I take, he takes. Okay, that's not it. So I'll take with my pawn. Now he has this check, but I have here to block, which is fine. and I push the pawn. I don't take to open up a, okay, that's interesting. Okay, now what do I want to do? I can come here, but then there's here. Okay, first let me attack this knight. Open the space for my rook to come in. Probably come here. Mm-hmm. Let's quickly defend this, prevent this pawn from pushing. His rook has some back rank issues. Let me come after this pawn. After this weak pawn. He goes after my bishop. Um, I can come here. He'll come here. No, I'll come here. If he comes here, I have here. I could have also gone here. Bishop c4. Okay, that was better actually. Hmm. So he decides to defend his pawn, but weaken this one in the process. I can come here. Let me go after this, his knight, and this pawn. How did I spend 14 seconds on that move? I swear I have to be lagging. I played rook d6 like instantly. I have to be lagging actually. Okay, he comes here. I win this pawn. I'll come here. There's no here because I come here. There's no here because I pin. So yeah, my opponent is in a lot of trouble. Interesting. He wants to come here. And wait, that doesn't mean anything because I can just come here. Okay, I will win this pawn. If he comes here, I can come here and I defend this pawn with this. This is in fact not checkmate. He will be getting this pawn, but I will also be getting this pawn in the process. He could also come here with threats of here. I pin his knight to his king and he does not have rook here to defend, so we should be seeing resignation. We do not see a resignation. Okay, So I think I should try to check the king a little. Let's come after this pawn. And this pawn is defended with the bishop. Everything defends itself. Okay, so we should be getting this win. All right. We have finally won a game. Goodness. Now let's take a good look at that losing streak. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Wow. Okay, let's get into another one. I get a game against someone called Kanu underscore live. He is 2200 from India. I have to be lagging. I have to be lagging. There's no way. If I remember correctly, I'm supposed to just go g4 and attack him, which I will do. Hmm? Yep, I can take, I can defend. I like pawn to f3, defending this pawn. Okay, here comes the pawn to c6. I believe that is a mistake because I can take and take, and he will be left with double pawns. And yep, I would gladly go into this endgame. Let's bring my rook. Come here, let me defend this pawn. He comes back. Okay, let me bring my... I can actually long castle, which I will do. I will long castle here. He brings his king. I can bring my knight. Threaten here. That doesn't really threaten much. I can come here. Let me bring my king out of the diagonal of these checks. I don't like that. This bishop is sad. Let's bring this knight here. Let's bring this knight here. I could have traded rooks and activated this one. Okay. Wait. He's threatening this. Actually, hold on. Let me bring this rook here. Just to defend this. I should have traded here. Even in this check. He doesn't do that. Okay, let me come here and win this pawn now. Now that this bishop is defended. Will he take the bishop? I don't mind. He comes back here. Now I win this pawn. And I'm also threatening this pawn. Actually, no, I should have taken this one. I don't know. He comes back here, which is not a good move. Oh, hold on. I can't take this pawn because there's this check. And if I take, my rook hangs. Look at that. Okay. Should I come back? This hangs. I don't know. Wait, if I take and he takes check, take, and he takes, I have check here, but my knight hangs. Okay, but my knight hangs. I can come here, but then he just comes here. What if I come here and he takes the same thing? The same thing. What if I come here? Hmm. So now if he takes, I take. Here take and here, maybe. But here take and here. And there's here. But like I move my king where? Where actually? What if I come here, you take, and I pin? Oh, that's nice. And he resigned. Wow. Why does he resign? What is this? It's a new account, but why does he resign? What? Oh, wow. Well, this was a blunder. Oh, just move the rook somewhere. Oh, of course. Rook to d2. Wow, this was the best move as I thought. Wow. And he resigned in a winning position. That must hurt. Okay. Let's come here. Alright, we got a Queen's Gambit decline, exchange variation, as always. I'm gonna come here, block the pin. He goes Queen to c2. I'm gonna go pawn to c6, stop any knight to b5 ideas. I'm gonna castle. I'm gonna bring my knight, support this. I'm gonna activate this rook. I can play pawn to c6, kicking out this bishop, or I can just come here. I'm gonna play pawn to c6 because I don't want any f3 ideas to cause this pawn to hang. Now I can trade down like this, which often leads to equality. I'm gonna go pawn to a5, stopping this b4 push, which is usually the minority attack that's played here. Okay, now he comes here, and I don't like this. I get the idea is some sort of pawn to f3, but this is simply a blow why I almost hung my queen. So now he wants to play pawn to e4. So I'm going to go queen to d6 here. So that if he plays pawn to e4, this d pawn will be very weak. He goes queen to f2, defending against that. So that's very nice, very nice. Okay. Okay, what do I do? Where do I, this bishop, I'm not seeing a good place for it. I want to go pawn to b4 to push over here. If he comes here, I take. He takes. I don't know. I don't know. Perhaps I can go rook e to d8, stopping that. Okay, that looks like a solid idea. I'm going to go rook e to d8. So if he goes pawn to e4, now I do get this pawn. Okay, now he brings his rook here. Now I'm going to bring my bishop here so that when I take this diagonal opens up for my bishop, and he comes back here defending this pawn. So now I can't take at all. So now he can't go pawn to e4. That's annoying. Which means I need a new square for my queen. I can't come here, but there could be ideas of this. And then I would come here. There is no this because I take. I'll go queen to b4. Get out of the way of this. Get out of the way of e5 because when I take, he has e5 by the edge, removing my knights. Wait, why do I have to? Taking does benefit me though, but no, I have to take. Yeah, I want to come here, but sort of like here better because I think he has to come here, and a part of me feels like this is a serious threat because you can't come here because I take, and if you take, I come here. So you have to go like pawn to g3, which is an ugly move. And you have to play pawn to g3, and at that point it's like, what's going on there? What's going on? Okay, he wants to trade.
Oh, look at my eye.
What
Why have
happened?
emotions in my eyes?
Do you have
Emotions.
emotions in your eyes? Everybody has. Right now? No? What happened?
Wow.
Okay, he wants to trade. Um, yeah, I don't see why not. I could take, play for this. He can't come here and hit me. Yeah. Or I could let him take so I can double. In that case, can I make another threat? Perhaps this. Hmm, perhaps that actually. But now, where is my knight going? Because now I can't go here because the pawn doesn't defend. Okay, I'm gonna take. I can go pawn to g4. But a part of me doesn't like this. I will. I actually will. Because I have king to g7 in time. And this rook has to go here or here. It goes there. I do have here. Defending here. There's no here because I take. I have here now. Is there here? There's no here because this bishop defends. Oh, there's here. Because now I come here. And I have here. There's no g3 because I take. Okay. 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 Fair play. Oh, I just blundered. And if I take, he takes, and I take. And he checks and takes. Oh, it's worse than that. Can I come here? He comes here. I come here, he takes. I take. He takes. That's horrible. If I come here, he comes here. If I come here, he comes back. If I come here, he just takes. What am I even saying? He just takes and I can't take because it's this. Damn. So do I have to give up my rook? It looks like I do, guys. It looks like I do. Damn. It looks like I do. Perhaps this pawn to g5 stuff wasn't the best. Yeah, it probably wasn't. Okay. I'm dropping my knights. I'm losing now, so I have to play quickly. He blunders this. Interesting. How do you do this? Maybe this is the idea. And a good one too. And a good one. I have here defending. I will take. Hold on. I have here. I'll come here. Banking that pawn. I don't have any check. Oh, this is not good. Not good. Yeah. Yeah. I thought I had bishop here, but I don't. Can he just sacrifice back? I hope not. That would actually be very sad if he can. I could have come here. Oh, he can't. He can't. That's the worst part. Oh, this is not going to be fun. I'm just gonna run out of space. This is not going to be fun. I'm straight up just gonna run out of space. What? Okay, that's a cell. If I've ever seen a holy cell, guys. Oh my days, you can't make this up. Holy cell. Holy cell from my opponent. Ha! Oh yo, bro sold that game. He thought he had a draw when he sacrificed his rook there. Trying to develop my knight. Okay, this is the Queen's Gambit declined. The modern variation. I'm gonna play it like this. Fianchetto this bishop here. All fine. It takes. I can take with my knight, and he can take. Yeah, I think this is best. And when he takes, I have to take with my knight here. He takes like this. I can take like this. If he takes here, I trap. If he takes here, I take. So this is slightly better for me. If he takes with his queen, I take here. If he takes, I take the bishop. So this is slightly better for me because he's gonna have to waste a tempo taking here, and I'm sort of ahead in development. Or he can just move back, and then I'll have the bishop pair. This is not it, because now you have to defend this knight. Or you can go pawn to e4. Can take? No, that doesn't. Can I go here? There's e4. Can I? Can I go here? There's e4 again. Okay. Uh, can come here. Hit this pawn. You can't take. Because I take hit your rook and my knight escapes. Can you go here? Probably. Probably. That would actually be nice because now I have to come here. And any attempt to defend, I'll just come here. Yeah, as I said, any attempt to defend will be bad because now I strike. And now I activate all my pieces while your king is in the center. And bishop to g2 doesn't even sting all that much because I come here with 10p on your queen. I have a very strong advantage and a bit ahead in development. He is in castle. Baby, baby. Yeah, he's thinking here because he knows he's in a pretty bad shape. Okay, he's attacking my knights. That's pretty clever. Now, okay. Hmm, interesting. I want to defend that, but he's going to take and take. I will. If he takes, I take. If he takes, I take check. If queen takes, and I take back. If he takes, it's the same thing. If it comes here, it's worse. Because now I'm the one with the tempi. Mm. And now I take. And this is... So he's able to castle his king without getting into much trouble. But this is going to be tough with this pawn structure. The weakness is around his king. And I believe... Hmm, I'm going to come here, hit his queen. Knight to c5 is an idea. If he comes here, I would trade. If he takes with his bishop, knight to c5, rook to c8 is an idea. The king being weak is always a resource for us because there are checks and ideas of infiltrating. Also, rook lift ideas could be nice here. Interesting. My rook is defended adequately, so I'll go for this. Does he have pawn to d4? No, he doesn't, because I have knight to e4. If rook takes, I win his queen. Yeah, he does this. I don't have knight to e4 because this is double. Okay, I have this check now. I have this, and now I have some more threats. F2, also infiltrating. Bishop to d3 doesn't work because I have a check. But that's actually checkmate. Hold on. Although I kind of don't like this because this knight is sort of pinned. But pawn to f5 here could be useful. Yeah, I think I'll play pawn to f5 afterwards. Just to stop any pins. But there's also pawn to f3. I don't know. I think I'll just drop back then. Yeah, I think I'll just drop back. Now, maybe ideas could be here to get in with this check. Rook to c2 later, because there's bishop here. Probably queen to h5 after bishop here with knight to g4. There is no direct threat. Yeah, there's queen to h5. I have rook to c5 ideas in mind. Okay, now there's back rank issues, so I have to be careful with this rook. So maybe I don't have rook to c5 ideas, because there could be back rank issues here. So maybe I'll stick to queen to g. Actually, knight to g4 is a lethal threat, actually, because there's no way for him to defend this pawn. So if he doesn't go pawn to f3 here, I think he loses the game. Okay, he goes pawn to f3. How do I want to continue now? Maybe come here. Come here. e4. e4 maybe. I don't really like e4. g3 hands my knight. Queen to c4 maybe. Go into this endgame. I can come here, threaten some pawns. Let me do that. Threaten this pawn. Okay, he's threatening to win my knight. Okay, I should move out of the way. Here or here. Here there's checks, so here on pin. Perhaps, but now I have queen to d5 ideas. Threatening this f3 pawn, he probably has to trade. Now he has to deal with these weak pawns. Yep. Now I'm gonna have some discovery ideas. Check. Okay. Now I have some ideas. Attack this pawn. Bring my king. Yep. Okay, now he has threats of here. Not too concerned with that. I have threats of my own. Okay, how do I make progress here? I know what to do. I'll come here. Come here now. So now you can't push to wait because this defends my rook. Now I have ideas of here. Okay. Now I've gone into this endgame. Let me bring my king. Now I'm gonna freeze these two pawns. Now, okay, let me bring my rook. Try to trade this rook off. Okay, this is fine. Let's take a step closer. Defend this pawn. Okay, now let's take a step closer now. Let's come here. I've won this pawn now. Now this should be winning. And now I have opposition. And he resigns. Wow. That was incredible. When was the last time I just did that to someone? I just absolutely blew him away. I kind of feel bad for him. He was probably thinking, when is this guy going to start using his time? And I just didn't. And I just didn't. I feel bad. Okay, you guys, I think I have to end my stream here. Yep, I've got my winning streak back. I gained some of my rating points, but most importantly, I think my laptop is having some battery issues. So yeah, once we game review this game, I think I'm gonna have to go 83.4%. Oh, I was completely winning somewhere here. Oh wow! Oh wow! Okay, I didn't see that. Oh, this is not a check. Oh, okay, first. Yeah, this is lost. All right, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe if you